What's up, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Toy Room Renovation right here on the Slam Sessions on YouTube. I'm your host, Albert Albanese, and back to another edition of the show. Happy to be here this week. I'm recording this episode specifically, just as an FYI, the weekend of Thanksgiving, which was the weekend that CM Punk returned to WWE. So I'm wearing my CM Punk shirt. So interesting times in the wrestling figure community, because that means that not only have we gotten some great Mattel CM Punk figures, including, and we'll take a walk as I'm going through this, but obviously one of the best ones ever as of right now is this one right here, the CM Punk and MJF Blood and Guts 2-pack. But now Mattel will have the license to CM Punk in his likeness. So the question is, what CM Punk figures do you guys want from WWE CM Punk or beyond? We know that WWE has the license to do so, but they can't go back and make the ROH stuff because now that license belongs to AEW. Very interesting way that these things work out. So it's going to be very interesting, but the super cool thing is that we get CM Punk figures from Mattel again. Drop what you guys would want in the comments. So, in other news, talking about my collection this week. This isn't a big week for me. I got one purchase, and it's actually something I had already. I'll explain later as to why I got a second one. But also, we're getting towards the Christmas holiday. This is that time of the year where I'll usually make like a pretty decent sized ringside purchase. So I'm probably going to be placing that pretty soon, see what their Cyber Monday deal looks like. But we'll see what happens. I'm at the point now where I'm trying to figure out where everything's going to go. So it's a little bit hard to keep re-upping and getting more stuff when I don't have the room to put it. Obviously, as you guys know, I say this every week, I have to start getting things prepared, and it's just been hectic and I haven't been able to. I have to make some measurements. Once I do that, there's a Home Depot by me. I might actually go and see if I can just like kind of almost give them what I need and then see if they can kind of almost like do it for me. Whatever, I'll figure it out. But if not, my dad has all the equipment, you guys didn't see, but I want to document this time the process. So this is why I kind of want to do it myself. But I did have, and I probably still do, I have the footage somewhere of when I constructed the other shelves, and the other shelves that I'm talking about are this one in particular right here. So when I constructed that shelf and all the shelving in there, I actually documented the whole process, but I shot it vertically and I hated the way it looked, so I don't think I ever released it. But maybe that's something I can work on and kind of put together to kind of show that process. But I wanted to do that with the new shelf too, with all the shelves I'm going to put in it. So there's a lot of things that obviously need to get done. And it's also, I'm to a point now where I don't know where to put things anymore. And that's never a good sign. So if I'm running out of room that much, maybe I need to kind of slow down for a little bit and kind of figure out how I can reconfigure my room to maximize the amount of space that I have at this time. But as you guys know, this show always starts out with my purchases. So let's get into that right now. So my only purchase this week is this AEW Chris Jericho Amazon exclusive gear pack. It's from the Unrivaled collection. It's got 8 pieces. Now, I know what you may be thinking, Albert, I'm pretty sure you have this already. And I do. I actually have this on my wall of Jericho. However, because it comes with 2 jackets and it was on sale on Amazon and I was placing an order, I figured, you know what? I can just put the different gear on it that I don't have on there and put it back up there. So let's take a look and see what my Jericho looks like right now. So there's this one, right? And now we have this one. So he's wearing the glasses and the scarf and the white jacket, and he's got the gloves on. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him in the pink jacket in here, and then I probably won't put that scarf on him, and maybe not the glasses. Maybe I will. We'll see. Maybe I'll put him on top of his head. We'll see. But I do like this. I think it's cool. As you can see, the back, it's Jericho in the white gear, Le Champion. So it's really, really cool. It's a great figure, and it's cool you get the opportunity to choose what you want to put on him. There was a part of me that was thinking, oh, maybe I'll just put this jacket on one of the other Jerichos, but you know what? I think this one looks cool. I think I'm going to put the pink jacket on him and put him out right now. So let's take a look and see how he looks. All right, so here it is. We got the Jericho up on the shelf. He's got the pink jacket on. We got him in the Jesus Christ pose like he usually comes out in. He's on the bottom shelf of the wall of Jericho here with some of the other WWE and WCW look Chris Jerichos. So I think that's really cool. Obviously, here we have the Festival of Friendship, and underneath that we have the 2 mint on card Jerichos that I have, as well as, of course, the top shelf. The second shelf here, and then the top with all the AEW Jerichos. So this one kind of fits in really well with everything else. I really like the way this is coming out. Fortunately for me, Jericho's won the world title a bunch of times, so I'm going to have to take some of these guys off and put it on the Hall of Champions shelf when I get it together. So that's actually a benefit in a way because, yeah, I kind of need this shelf to have a little bit more space. You know that AEW is not going to stop releasing Chris Jericho. All right, the next change that I made was to this shelf up here. Now, this is the top of my dresser, which has part of my Macho Man collection. It has my Bret Hart autographed Defining Moments figure. It has the AJ Styles over there, this Andre the Giant in the ring cart. So it's kind of a mishmash of random things. This Corey Graves is just standing here, just celebrating being here because I didn't know what to do with him, so he's just here. But what I did is I actually unboxed this Cody Rhodes WWE Mattel Creations Ultimate Edition figure. And the reason why I did so was that I actually really like the way he looks in this box. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep him in the box, but I'm going to take him out of the plastic and pose him so he looks good. And it's cool because it looks like he's on the Cody Vader and he's all up in the box and he's got like the whole whoa pose going on. So I'm really liking the way this looks. And, you know, in this spot, I actually had this Macho Man right here. This is the Chase Macho Man Legends that had come out. It's in almost like a fantasy gear, and I was like keeping it in the box because I didn't know what to do with it, but I kind of reconfigured what I did with some of my Macho Man figures very slightly. So I took this one and put it here. Then I took this one right here and I put it in this display case because I put the other cream of the crop Macho Man in the Hall of Champions case right now, because that's the same gear that Macho Man basically wears when he wins the world title. I believe maybe the knee pads and the boots might be a different color, but it's, you know, it is what it is. It's close enough, and it's an elite, so I wanted an elite form Macho Man in the Hall of Champions collection, so figured, screw it, I'll just put this one there. And it made room now for this Cody, which I really, really like. So I think I'm going to keep this Cody in the box just like it is right now. And some other slight changes that I made. I took this Logan Paul and I put it out up onto this shelf. Please disregard the horrible undusted shelf here. I didn't realize it was that dusty. I'm going to dust it and then probably put this figure back up on here. Probably should have done that before I did this, but you know, what are you going to do? I already started. I'm not going to stop now. But I really like the Logan Paul. I think I might do what I did with Cody and take out all the heads and arms and kind of put Logan into the box without the shell in there. But as of right now, I'm going to leave him just like it is because I kind of like him the way it is. And I also took the Big Rubber Guys Demolition from the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast, and I put them up here. So as you can see, Axe and Smash, they got their helmets. Axe has got it on his hand. Smash has it by his feet. These are super badass. I needed to get them out of the package and put them in a spot. And, you know, as of right now, they look good up here. That's where they're going to live for right now until I can find a more permanent spot where I'm going to put some of these. But I love these figures, and they look just as badass out of the package as they do inside of it. Really love what Major Wrestling Figure Podcast is doing with the Big Rubber Guys line, and I'm really excited to get the Macho Man out of this set and some of the other guys that they're going to eventually release. So I made some minor changes up to this shelf real quick. Just wanted to kind of show you guys that. Kind of just switch some people around, put Doink up in the front, put Shawn in that whole Shawn Michaels pose there. I think it looks kind of cool, the way he looks there. So I think that's super, super badass with Shawn. So yeah, I kind of changed those guys around a little bit. Another thing that I did is I made the decision to switch this shelf. Now, if you guys remember, this was my ECW San Francisco Toymaker shelf. So I kind of took them down and I put up this, which is almost like a rivalry shelf. So it's Terry Funk and Dusty Rhodes, Cactus Jack versus Edge from that WrestleMania match, and Undertaker versus AJ Styles from Undertaker's last match, the Boneyard match. So the idea here was just, I have these figures, they're out, and I want to put them somewhere, so I want to display them, and, you know, this is kind of where they fit. So I kind of put them in there. You guys have noticed, but that Edge was the one that I had in my Hall of Champions shelf. I'm going to just invest in a new Edge to put in there because he kind of doesn't make sense. This isn't
This isn't the gear that Edge wore when he was champion anyway, so it kind of doesn't make sense. So I'm going to have to just find some other Edges for that Hall of Champion shelf, which may or may not be difficult now that he's not in WWE. But as of right now, I kind of do like the way this is looking, and I'm probably going to change it up a little bit and space it out a little bit and put some more guys on there. But for right now, this is just what it is, just because it makes more sense being here. I know you got to be thinking, Albert, you're the biggest ECW fan in the world. What did you do with the ECW San Francisco Toymaker guys? Well, I put them over here. So this is next to my Hasbro shelf. I kind of had this piece just sitting underneath my futon. This is just this thing that I got. What they're standing in, obviously, is what I'm talking about. I got this from like Five Below years ago when I was still living at my parents', just as a small little table to kind of use to like put stuff on, like next to the bed or something like that. And it comes down, so it was easy. It didn't have to be up all the time. But right now, I don't really have anything else to kind of put here. So I'm going to put these ECW San Francisco Toymaker guys here. And eventually I'm going to move them and put them somewhere else. And there's going to be a whole display case that I have an idea of what I want to do in here. But right now, they can stay here. As you can see, I don't have too many of them. So I'm going to have to make some more investments and get some more. But they fit right there, and that's where they're going to stay. Okay, so as you guys can see, I actually did a lot today. I got some different things out, put them in different places where they needed to go. I put some things that, were kind of up there already and changed them around. So I like that I finally got to invest some time into doing these things and to put some stuff out. When I don't have a lot of new purchases, it kind of helps that I have a little bit more time to kind of go through things and to do what I need. So I'm very happy with the way this all worked out. I'm super happy with the fact that everything's coming out so well. And I'm hoping that by, a couple of weeks, things will be even more better to the point where I'll actually be able to do everything that I need and start getting things off the floor and then kind of figure out where I go from there. So it's exciting times coming along. But as you guys know, as always, I appreciate you every single week that you guys are here. Thank you for the likes, the subscriptions, all of that. You guys are the best, the shares, everything. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next week.